Hello everybody and welcome back. So this time I'm actually going to kind of jump back a little bit. If you're watching these videos in order, you'll see that I'm going back to our sketch tools. Why? Because I realized there's one tool that I've used a lot and I never actually showed you how to use. So if you're watching this in order in the future, it's probably going to be put earlier in the playlist. But either way, let's jump right to it. So what tool am I talking about? I'm actually talking about convert entities. It's one of those few buttons that stays colored even when you don't have anything. Now I can't use it yet, but I'll use it in a little bit. So what does convert entities do? Well, it only makes sense if I have a feature. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to make a feature. So sketch, front plane, or top plane, and let's make a cylinder. Street boss base. And I'll make it big. There we go. Okay, so I have a cylinder here. You know that I can draw on any particular flat surface. I can draw on this top one. I can draw on this bottom one. Both work. Both are great. But here's the thing. If I sketch right here, I can draw a circle, put on the origin, drag out to the edge, and, as long as I add my relations here, concentric, sorry, no, co-radial, it's now fully defined. Everybody knows where that circle is. However, there is a much easier way to go about that. Because I already see a circle. Like you see a circle when you're looking at this. If you see a circle, you can take that shape and say, I want that shape where I am right now. I click it, convert entities. Suddenly, that edge is now here. It is in my sketch. That little black edge is no longer the edge of the cylinder, but the edge of a circle drawn in my sketch. It's fully defined. It will always be the same size as the cylinder. I change the cylinder, this guy changes in size too. They're connected now. So convert entities will do just that. It takes whatever shape you see and it brings it onto your drawing surface. Now that can be very helpful for a lot of reasons. Like for example, if I'm drawing over here, let's draw on the right plane, I believe. Yes. Okay, why okay. Well, it switches it around again. I hate when it does that. Okay, right here you see I've got a rectangle, right? I mean, technically it's a surface, but for me it looks like a rectangle. Let's say I want to bring that in here. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Convert entities. Oh, it doesn't let me do it. I hate when it does that for me. Okay, cylinder, not so nice. Circles work absolutely wonderfully. Okay, so let's bring in some other shapes here. Where do I see this? Why do I care? Well, for you all, I'll show you a good example. So I'm going to delete this real quick, and I'm going to make a new one. And yes, your teacher does make mistakes. I often think SOLIDWORKS can do things they can't do for me. Why? Maybe because they could do it in the past, but for now, not so much. Okay, so what I'm going to make is a very simple Lego. If you're making Legos in my class, which is part of your final project, this could be helpful. Also, I'm going to be smart about this and actually add some dimensions to my Lego so that it's actually to scale. 10, 10. Okay, this will be a 2x2 Lego. I'm going to make it 6 tall because that's how tall it is. I'm going to put 4 studs on the top. Not too bad, not too easy either, but we can make this work pretty quickly. I'm doing this all in Lego units, not millimeters. So just ignore the inches down here. I'm saying 1 inch is 1 Lego unit for my particular work here. And I'm going to do a linear sketch pattern. I'm going to jump over 5. I'm going to jump down 5. And switch direction. Okay, I got a basic Lego right here. However, I've got to work on the bottom, right? I have to cut at the bottom. There's still a circle on the bottom I have to make as well. So I need some shapes. So I'm going to draw on this bottom shape and figure it out. I could use the shell tool. That'll be very helpful. What I can also do is convert entities. Or if I just want to save time, I'll use offset entities right now. Offset entities also works on any peripheral loop that I have built in. And so I can just say, hey, go out 1 unit, that's a wall thickness. Go inside, draw that for me. and now features extrude cut. And I'm going to go up 5 units. Did it do it? It did not. I definitely typed in 5. You couldn't see it, but I hit a 5. 5. Enter. Okay. So things are going great for me. However, there's one feature when you're making a Lego that's very, very hard to make. Inside of Legos like this, there is going to be a hollow cylinder in the middle. It looks something that's way too big. That's okay though, I can move it around. Something like this, just much smaller. I'll bring this big guy in here. Like that. Okay? That is in the middle of every Lego, but where is it positioned? How big is it? Well, here is the detail that I always tell my students. For one, I'm supposed to be able to stack these guys. So these 4 studs should be able to fit right here. Okay, so where's that coming from? How does that help me? Well, wouldn't it be nice if I could see those 4 studs in this sketch and use them to position this guy right here? It'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it? The great thing is I can do that. I can simply click on all 4 of these surfaces and say convert entities. And suddenly, all 4 of those studs are down here. Now as a note, since I went ahead and created them, I should probably go ahead and say that all 4 of these guys are for construction. I'm not using them for anything else besides constructing things. If you're not going to make a feature with it, it's just to place things for construction. And now I know exactly what size the circle has to be because it has to be tangent to these guys. And it has to be also centered in the circle. But I'll just go ahead and say it's tangent to a few of them, and that'll take care of that. Okay. One more tangent right here to place it. And I'm good. I don't know the inside diameter. I haven't measured that right there, but you can look that one up. It's just harder to get that placed. But oh, of course I know what it is. It's got to hold a stud as well. It's 3 wide. There you go. So this is perfectly dimensioned. I didn't have to know what the size of that bigger circle was. I can just use the 4 studs on the top, and I grab those using convert entities. So do that. Make it easier on yourself. Save yourself some time, pain, and effort. There's a lot more that I can do as well. Okay, so once again, this is another tool that can really be helpful to you, can help you make some very great parts and more easily place things. You can bring in shapes from another view down onto your particular surface. So use convert entities, save yourself some time, and have a great day. So everybody, thank you for listening. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.